So they have matched 4 in a row. Spigner and Mark Williams in the championship game. The winner to get 12, the runner-up 7,500.
Spigner, with that experience and power, tears the 5-pin out, drives it in the 7, extends his lead, extends his string to 4 in a row, and he only trails by 1. Seesawing back and forth, Chris.
And Spigner asked for a re-rack on the part of the tournament director for 20 years, Harry Golden, and gets it. Now, shooting in the 7th frame, Bill Spigner. Temporarily, we lost the audio portion of our coverage from Portland, Oregon, and I assume and hope that we're back with both picture and voice.
Chris, this is a pivotal frame. I think whoever strikes in this frame will go on to be the winner of the match.
Bill's wife, Barbara, loved it. 5-bagger. Now, Mark Williams is up with 4 in a row, trailing by 9, shooting in the 7th frame.
He's never been there before. It's his first chance at a title. He's going against a great champion, Spigner, who has really put the pressure on him. If Williams can respond here in the 7th frame, it'll be a great tribute to this young man, regardless of what the outcome is.
What a bowler. And Spigner, along with most of us, realizing that this boy has got it.
Well, he came from Texas and he came to play. He hasn't said much to anybody all week, and his bowling ball is sure doing the talking right now. What a match, one of the best we've had all year.
A World Super Featherweight Championship fight coming up next on Wide World of Sports, 5 Eastern and Pacific, 4 Central. Cornelius Boza Edwards of Uganda going against the #1 contender, a veteran, Bobby Chacon. Great fight.
Boza Edwards with 23 KOs. He's going to be tough.
Well, left a 3-pin, his string stopping at 5, but he put them together when he needed to. So now Spigner has a 5-bagger, and when he's up, he'll be shooting in the 8th. Meanwhile, important now to cover the 3-pin.
The match will be all even.
Woo! Broke at the last minute, catching the 3. All right, Spigner, 5 in a row. He opened with 2 spares.
Bill Spigner, who will be expecting his first child along with wife Barbara in August, traveling together out on a tour, is looking for that title with this shot right now. He's all even, 5-bagger working, could take a 10-pin lead.
Well, we're glad our telco video and audio switching problem has been cleared up, because we're live in Portland, Oregon. 8th frame, Spigner. High hit. And we have a 3-10. And
the farmer Barbara Urbanik watching her husband work out there. Barbara, who quit a job as the staff photographer of the Chicago White Sox to follow her husband out here on the Pro Bowlers Tour, did not like the results of that shot. Spigner must convert this to stay within 2 pins.
frustrating game, especially when you're a professional making a livelihood at it.
Both these players bowling an excellent game.
Pressure competition here in Portland, Oregon.
Spigner's bowled so well, Chris. He trails by 2, and you know, we said he's using a little less ball speed. The average speed that the winners have been using during the winter tour this year has been between 18 and 19 miles an hour. Spigner, with that speed around 17, has a little better chance of carrying the strikes when he hits the pocket. He strung together 5 in a row to prove that fact in this match, but he still trails by 2.
Expectant parents, Barbara and Bill Spigner. 9th.
Boy, did he throw that one good, Chris. You could hear that ball out there on the lane. He just put everything he had on it. His best shot of the match, just drove all the pins straight down. Mark Williams does have that 2-pin lead, but must respond. Spigner is still in position to shoot a .257 game. Williams going at a 2:39 pace. 9th frame.
Pin on that right side.
The first solid tap we've seen this young man have. He drove it solid into the pocket. The 6-pin flies around the 10. Watch the 2nd pin on the right-hand part of your screen just go right around the 10-pin. Bingo. Up there right around the label, never had a chance. If that pin had been a little lower, it would have hit the belly and been a strike.
Cross lane. All right. So in a very, very close final match as they're bowling for 19,500. 1 pin.
Have the possibility of a tie. But no matter what Williams does, he leads by 1. He cannot shut out Bill Spigner. Spigner can go 257 if he strikes out Williams. The best he can do is 248, but he still has that lead. 1 frame left.
Another 10, this time on the left lane of this championship pair.
Back-to-back solid 10s. If you analyze the game, both players have missed the pocket once. Spigner in the 8th frame, Williams in the 8th frame. All the rest of the pocket shots have been in the pocket. Once again, the solid 10. Williams going at a 237 pace, Spigner at a 237 pace.
Remember, Mark Williams, a non-winner, 23 years old, from Beaumont, Texas, shot a 234 to Moran's 166, and then defeated Paul Moser, 214 to 209. And this is the final game of the 19th City of Roses Open in Portland. Even.
Regardless of the outcome, Chris, this young man has to be proud of his performance.
Leaving a 4-7. And for Mark Williams, a 235.
Spigner with a strike is the winner. He needs spare 9 or a strike, and he wins the match. Barbara, Spigner knows the scores. Billy taking a little extra time.
Got a great shot there of our tournament director, Harry Golden. Busy man for many, many weeks of the year, but when he gets a chance, he hits the golf course. Plays the game well.
Was quite a bowler in his day, too. Once bowled on the Pro Bowlers Tour. But the situation for Spigner now, after he had a little rest there, taking his 1 re-rack he was allowed for the game, needs a strike to win, or spare and 9. Look at Barbara in the background. Look at those eyes.
Leaving a 245.
A spare we haven't seen all day in all the 8 games played. Nobody has left a 2-4-5 combination. Chris, cross lane, remember it's quite slick. Could be a very tough spare for Bill Spigner. He needs to convert this and get 9 to win. If he converts it and gets 8, we have a tie.
All right, he did his first chore. Marked with that spare, and looking at that overhead score sheet, wife Barbara, he has to get 9 to win. 8, and we have a tie.
The crowd knows the situation. There's a quiet murmur going through. 8 to tie, 7 is disaster, 9 or 10 are winners. One of the really good clutch bowlers on the Pro Tour, Chris. I expect this ball to be solid in the pocket for all the money.
Led the last 3 sessions, our tournament leader.
Be there, ball!
And that is the way to do it. And quickly up to congratulate him was a fine young bowler, Mark Williams. A 239 to 235, only 4 pins. And down goes Barbara to congratulate her husband. We'll return after this.
Mark, you bowled a great match. You came down to, like the last couple of frames, it was all even. You're bowling against great champion Bill Spigner.
Bill's been in the winner's circle. Really, what was going through your mind when you came up in the 9th frame? The match was just about even. With one more strike, you would have really put the pressure on him.
Well, I knew if I could have struck out in the 10th, I would have locked him out where he couldn't have beat me. And I just wanted to keep the ball in play, keep it off the nose. That was the main thing I was doing all week to get to where I was, and I got it into the ball track where I needed it, but it just did knock the pins over.
Okay, you left the solid 10 in the 9th frame. Once again, he came up in the 10th frame with a double. You could have really put the pressure on Spigner. Another solid 10. What went through your mind is, I know first place making the spare was important, but how about the total score?
Well, I knew I needed a strike on the field ball to make him strike the first shot to beat me, because a spare and a strike would have tied, and I was concentrating just as much on the last shot, and I just threw it a little bit slow and went through the nose on me.
Well, if you had got a strike on the last ball, we would have had a tie. Now, Spigner bowled so well. You know that experience comes through, and I'll tell you, he bowled a sensational match. It has to be one of the greatest matches that we've seen all year long. A 235 match for you, and it was just sensational. And I know that your parents and everybody back in Texas has to be proud of you.
Yes, sir. I told my mother I'd say hi, Mom, so hi, Mom, and hello, Beaumont.
Okay, Chris, he did a great job. Back to you, partner.
Tremendous final game, 237 to 235, and this is the way they finished in the City of Roses Open in Portland. Congratulations, Bill Spigner.
Thank you, Chris. I don't know what to say. I'd like to thank everybody here, and it's nice to have my wife out with me. It makes a lot of difference. And everybody here at Timberlanes has been great to all us bowlers over the years, especially Kenny Agawa. And I'd like to say hello to my mother and father and my sisters in the hospital and my other sister at home, too.
All right, you spoke of Ken Ogawa. And look what he has for you. First of all, roses and on the trophy, and I know you're eyeing the check for $12,000. Ken, you make the presentation.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Bill, it gives me great pleasure to present you this City of Roses trophy from Timberlanes and a check for $12,000. And congratulations to you and all the 5 finalists with you. And I guess your wife will be getting the check, Bill?
Yeah, you might have to give it to her instead of me.
Well, to pacify Barbara for a moment, Frank Esposito, our television coordinator, has a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Frank, is your cable long enough to bring that in? Look at this bouquet in the City of Roses. Oh, it's so green and beautiful in Portland. One final quick comment, Barbara.
I'd like to say hello to my sister who happened to break her leg on Monday. I know breaking a leg is good luck, you say it to theater people, but she didn't have to go all the way. And also to my uncle who just got out of the hospital with the liver surgery. So hi to everybody at home.
Well, I'm going to be careful with this family. Everybody's got, whoa, but you're winners, and good luck with the baby to come. We got to go now. See you later. Bye-bye. Bill Spigner has won the City of Roses Open, 237 to 235 over a game Mark Williams.